Hello and welcome to this week's How's the Solihull Property Market Dom. I'm Dominic Murphy from DM & Co, and this week we're diving deep into the data. Do not be afraid of this data. It might not be what you want to hear, but it is a true reflection of the local Solihull property market. Forgive me for using my crib sheet this week more so than I do usually. However, it's important for me to get these statistics correct. So how does this month's activity compare to last month's, and what does the year-on-year picture look like? If we take a look at this month's performance across Solihull, you'll find that there has been 368 new properties to market, 265 sales agreed, and 177 price reductions. How does that compare to last month? In March, we saw 414 new properties to market, 307 sales agreed, and 187 price reductions. So the analysis is that month on month, the market is down. It's down 11% properties coming to market, 16% on sales agreed, and 5% on price reductions. So how does this compare to this time last year? It comes as no surprise and should be widely accepted. It is, of course, down. 7% on new properties to market and 21% down on sales, and up a whopping 97% on price reductions. Seeing only 7% less properties come to market shows that there are still hundreds of people and families that are looking to move within, in and out of the borough. This shows real intent and demand. The disconnect in the market, however, is where I use the ratio of sales agreed to new properties marketed. This measures the percentage of sales against new instructions. In April 2022, that percentage was 85. So 85% of what was instructed had a sale agreed against it. This has dropped to 72% for this month, and at a time where price reductions for the same period year on year are up 97%. This is the disconnect. We are still operating in a market where reductions are driving activity. If you're looking to come to market, please make sure your conversations with whichever agents you are talking to surround a sensible pricing strategy. Do not be afraid of going on at an attractive price, because the market will recognize that and your property will be inundated with viewings. And of course, without those viewings, it is impossible to sell. Marketing strategy is one of my real passions, so please do reach out if you'd like a chat or for me to attend any meetings that you might have internally with family or externally with agents. I will give you my open, honest and transparent feedback at all times, and I would absolutely love to help you. There is just too much of a failed understanding in this market. So that wraps up this week's update. I'm going to now move on to the questions that have been posed this week. So 3 questions. The first one comes from Nathan. Nathan asks about the roof on a conservatory. Should he spend the money to make it a traditional roof, or should he leave the existing conservatory roof in situ? My advice there all day long, Nathan, is with conservatories, I would always say would be better to put a traditional roof in place for a number of reasons, not least the fact that the cost of heating and whatnot, anything that can be done to insulate that conservatory and get it utilised as a usable year-round room would be beneficial to the property. Of course, you're going to have to weigh the cost up of that, and I know that you're thinking of moving shortly or in the near future, so that cost versus time and effort is something that you will have to analyse. The second question comes in from Claire, and Claire asks, I've had agents quote anything from 12 to 20 weeks as a contract. How many weeks would I be tied into if I use DM & Co to sell my house? Well, Claire, we operate a very transparent contract. It is in place for 0 weeks. However, there is a 14-day notice period. So technically a 2-week period of notice to get out of a 0-week contract. The reason that we do that is because I hate the fact that agents tie you into long contracts. If I could have my way, or if indeed anybody out there was listening that had carried any clout whatsoever, I would be calling and urging for all agents to operate a very, very straight, transparent 4-week contract. That gives everybody the opportunity to perform. And of course, the idea here is that we're in a relationship together. We have a common goal to achieve the sale of your property. If the client and agent isn't getting on, or agent has told client that X is achievable but Y is becoming more realistic, then there's always going to be fractious environments. The idea is that we take property to market at an attractive price, we don't tie you into a lengthy contract, and we get the job done in a reasonable amount of time. Third and final question as I waffle, Julie asks, what is your favourite type of property? She's asked that for me personally. Julie, my favourite property is or are period properties. I am a sucker for Georgian, Victorian or Edwardian property. However, on the flip side, I absolutely love some of the modern and contemporary projects that well, you might often see on Grand Designs. However, locally, if you come across an architect and sort of design and build company called Fabric, they are doing some amazing projects, and I'm going to tag them into this social post so that you can jump onto their profiles and see exactly what they're up to, because I could absolutely well and truly be tempted out of a period property and into one of those fantastic projects. That wraps up this week. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. Please do shout if you ever need any help. All the very best.